So I'm just making some shapes. There's a bunch of ways to make shapes. Here I'm just drawing one with a marker. This is a stencil that I've made. I'm going to overlap this shape and, whoops, using a graphite stick here. There's another shape. I could use this piece of paper as a mask. And I'm drawing on the outside of it to create a shape. So then that shape is implied. And I'll use a stencil again. You'll overlap that a little bit. Or maybe I'll just have it touching the edge. There we go. And I'm taking a stamp here and creating a pattern within that shape. Another way to make a shape is simply to paint it. I'll let that one just touch the edge. And of course another way to make a shape is to collage. So I'm just going to cut sort of orb shape here. Use matte medium, or you can use a matte soft gel. And collage that shape. Now, there's as many ways to make shapes as there are tools and materials. This is a white crayon. This is a great way to make lines too. And then I'm going to use some watered down paint here. Maybe just get the paper sort of wet. And then introduce the paint in here. And this paper gets much stiffer as you apply more layers of acrylic paint. And we have water-soluble graphite. I can't seem to get away from these sort of orb shapes, so I'm just not going to fight it. Then you could make that into some kind of shape. You could alter the shape from here now that it's fluid. Bring that edge out a little bit. Same thing with water-soluble crayons. It's not moving quite as much as the graphite, but still, you can move the shape a little bit there. Just diffuse the line. Another way to make a shape is to paint on deli paper. I mean, you could also just use the cheap drawing paper, but I'm going to use deli paper here because I have a lot of it. and print the shape. And while you're printing the shape, you could, let's see, let's take your fingernail and do a little scribbling. All right. And then kind of a reverse of that, paint your shape directly on your substrate. And then I'm using another sheet of cheap drawing paper to pick that shape up. So I'm lifting the paint. I do a lot of this. And then I've got another shape on this sheet.